Good morning, friends. Welcome to the YouTube channel Advocate Amit Kumar Gupta. In my series on the income tax cases, the case which I am going to discuss today is Income Tax Officer versus LAKHMANI MEWAL Das. This case was reported in 103 ITR at page number 437. This judgment of Supreme Court has a very far-reaching effect on the cases of section 147, 148. Friends, this is very old judgment before my birth. That's why I am discussing this case, because in this case, the court has pointed out a very important aspect of section 147, 148 notices. Friends, when the notice is beyond 4 years and the assessment has already been completed under section 143 subsection 3, then there is a very essential condition that there should be a failure on the part of the assessee to truly and fully disclose all the material facts. Now the question is that what are all the material facts which the assessee should disclose at the time of the original assessment? The assessee submits the balance sheet, its annexures, and the bank statement to the income tax officer at the time of the assessment. This is general practice. But in the statute itself, in section 147 itself, it has been mentioned that submitting of financial statements and all these documents does not necessarily mean that the assessee has disclosed all the facts truly and fully. On this point, the Supreme Court has given its remark that the assessee cannot do beyond this. The assessee can only submit the documents to you, that is the financial statements and all the relevant documents, but the assessee cannot put the words into the mouth of the assessing officer, or meaning thereby that the assessee cannot say that you have to draw this inference or that inference. So, what is material facts and what is the line which distinguishes that what has been disclosed truly and fully is a very thin line, and the duty of the assessee is only to give the documents. It is the assessing officer who has to draw the inference. So, this was the main crux of this case. Apart from this, in this judgment, the Supreme Court has brought 4 and 5 aspects also, which are very important in dealing with section 148 notices. First is, there should be a live link between the material and the formation of the belief. Sometimes it happens that the department receives the information that there is a 1 crore rupees transaction in the books of the assessee, but they do not see that the assessee has filed its audited balance sheet. The income declared by the assessee is very high, but they just go for issuing the notices. The second thing is that the court said that it is not the duty of the court to check the sufficiency of the belief. The duty of the court is to check whether there is belief or not. After completing the assessment, only the assessing officer will come to know that whether there is escapement of income or not. But at the time of issue of the notice, existence of belief is necessary, but the sufficiency of the belief is not necessary. The court further said that it doesn't mean that the assessing officer will issue the notice only on the vague and insufficient material. If the material which is available with the assessing officer is totally vague, then the assessing officer cannot say that the material is not important, I have the belief, but after completing the assessment, I will come to know whether there is escapement of income or not. So, the material should not be totally vague, because nowadays we see in the number of the cases in which the notices under section 148 are issued, the department has very vague information. They are not related to the assessee even, but the department is issuing the notices. So, this is a landmark case which throws the light on what is the basic integrity of issuing the notice under section 148. One more thing the Supreme Court said in this case, the expression reason to believe does not purely subjective satisfaction on the part of the assessing officer. The assessing officer has to satisfy whether the assessee has escaped income or not. But this satisfaction cannot be purely subjective. There should be at least some positiveness that in belief that the assessee has escaped income. Friends, this case is very, very important. This is a Supreme Court judgment. This is a worth reading judgment. Once again, I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Income Tax Officer versus LAKHMANI, MEWAL, Das, and this case has been reported in 103 ITR at page number 437. Thank you, friends.